Yeah.
Or the three dangerous trends May I ask you a
Sure.
comment after this,
Go ahead.
since he won the election?
Well, I mean, the most important issue that's been discussed here by almost every delegate is where artificial intelligence is going. The most exciting piece of that is it's not really being opposed by incumbent players. Usually when you have a new technology, there are very powerful people that feel like they have to stop it. So you look at climate change and transition energy, that's trying to kill fossil fuels, so they're going to try to stop it. AI, every powerful corporation, every major government sees that this is something that they need to deploy, they need to engage in, they need to use. That's going to make it faster. So that's interesting. There are a lot of potentially disruptive implications that are negative, but it's not going to slow it down. And so you do get this feeling of incredible accelerating progress, and wow, 2024 could be incredibly exciting around this and could be dangerous, could have some risks. The most important geopolitical relationship in the world, ever since I've started coming to Davos back in 2009, is the U.S.-China relationship. And that relationship is, frankly, much better managed today than anyone would have thought it was last year. That's a big deal. We just had a Taiwanese election. The reaction's been actually surprisingly stable from Beijing, from Washington, as well as in Taipei. And the Chinese are here in force, and the Taiwanese premier has been excessively solicitous to the business community. They're trying to create some stability. They're trying to ensure that the CEOs, the industry leaders, the financiers that are here at Davos actually don't think that China's uninvestable. They want to make sure that they're still a part of globalization and they're not antagonizing the West too much. The fundamental difference between Trump in 2016 and Trump in 2024 is that the environment is so much more dangerous. There are major wars going on. The ability of Trump to cause so much more damage through his volatility is so much higher than it was before. Not to mention the fact that if Trump loses, he's going to jail. So, I mean, the stakes for him personally are so much higher, and therefore his desire for retribution is a very significant motivating factor that really wasn't there in 2016.
I think it's unrealistic to think that Davos, or any meeting, any in the world, in one meeting can rebuild trust when it's fragmented on so many dimensions. I do think the number of, probably tens of thousands of conversations with leaders all around the world and different communities, social sector, private sector, public sector, I do think it helps to create a starting point for rebuilding trust. Of course, it doesn't solve the problem in and of itself. We continue to be optimistic rather than pessimistic about the potential in the U.S. economy and even the global economy. So we would be on the side that it should be possible to move faster on interest rate reductions from the Fed to be able to recognize how much progress we've made on inflation and the trajectory.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.